Cut from my ball joint press kit. Basically, put that on top of there. This virtually to working with the ball joint press. This ball joint press, I also used it to unpress my low control arm bushings and to press them back into place. Now, I would not want to do that anymore because you can buy those parts, but you can buy the low control arm with the bushings already in it off of eBay, really cheap, which I did at one point. But I wanted to find out where my upper control arms, which is also cheap on eBay, depending on where you get them. I mean, there's different prices depending on the distributor that you trust. But before I used my ball joint press, I actually used a vise. I used a vise. It wasn't a really heavy duty vise, but I used a vise to press out one of my bushings on my upper control arm and to press it back in. That was time consuming. I had to kind of all around the upper control arm to get the bushing to slide back in. It went back in, but it was time consuming. And I used my press to do that. Remember one time I tried to use my my vise, my workshop vise. I took it with me, had it on the ground, and I was pressing out. One of my ball joints. I think I tried it on the bushing, and the press, the vise actually cracked. The pressure was so tremendous, the vise cracked, and I destroyed my expensive vise using it for a job that wasn't designed for. But I thought I'm gonna give it a try, and it didn't work. So my vise cracked. Don't try that with your vise, especially the size that I had. I think it was medium size. But the ball joint press does a wonderful job on your bushings also. I used it for my upper control arm bushings. Press them in, press them out. Press them out, press them in. And it worked fine. But it was time consuming. But you can get those parts on eBay really cheap. The whole upper control arm with bushings installed. Same thing with the lower control arm with the bushings already installed. But if you run into any problems, you need to remove them, and you have the time. The ball joint press does work with the bushings also. So virtually true. Working with the upper control arm bushings, if you want to try to use the ball joint press to remove them, it does work. And for watching, don't forget to subscribe. The left side pushing out. So what I did was I took this cut from my ball joint press kit. Basically, put that on top of there. This piece goes on the bottom. And this vise goes between the vise. The vise goes between the bottom and the top, or on each side rather. Get it tight on there, and just start turning. Takes ever so many turns to get it out. Just have some patience. Oh, I heard it pop already. Popping already. Keep pushing. Until it comes out. Like it's ready to go. So let me reverse my turn. Loosen up the press. My pipe has to come loose. Tighten it up. Okay. Again, take my hammer, knock it out, and it's out. Okay, we're pressing the bushings back into the control arm here, back into there. Take my hammer, just give it a light touch there. Take and put the screw back in. It slides through.